What's up, geeks and bleaks? This chair is really noisy. I've never noticed that before. Wow. Anyway, this is me. Subscribe to me, follow me, etc., etc., and all that implies. Movie Geek Griff here to review Superman. I have a DC shirt. I don't have a Superman shirt. I have a Batman Funko Pop. I don't have any Superman Funko Pops. I don't have any Superman anything. I don't think. Not even when the DCEU was in play. And that's why you can trust me when I give this Superman review because, and I really think they should have kept the Superman Legacy title that they had before James Gunn dropped it, because how you gonna just have the same title as the original from 77, 78, 78, 77, one of those years. One of the years of my birth, but back in the day. They should have had the Legacy on there. There was another comic book movie that did something and they changed the name back to just a regular thing. I'm like, you should have put Legacy on it or something, because that's very confusing. And when people look it up on Google search, they got to put the year behind it. It's just kind of lazy. Anyway, neither here nor there. I was hoping they would have the new DC Studios shirt. I would have worn that, but to hear him when I go to see movies, but they didn't have it. So, Batman, that's when. So, again, this is why you can really trust this review. Trust me. I'll buy that for $1. No, like, when it comes to Superman, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of his. I don't like people that are just black and white. There's no gray in their life. I hate Boy Scouts, so I don't like Superman and I don't like Captain America. I like Bats and I like Tony Stark because I like people with gray. And sometimes you got to do the right thing for the wrong reason, wrong thing for the right reason. And this guy is Superman and Captain America. They're like, they're all just like true, just the American way, and they're unwavering in their ability to like sometimes you got to give a little. They're just like, no, I'm like, okay, Boy Scout, I don't fuck with you. So. Yeah, to say all that, the Superman was fucking awesome. It was 4 stars. It's A+. It was just fun, colorful, visual. It was popping. It was 2 hours and 9 minutes, and it just flew by. It felt like 90 minutes. It felt really short. I was like, oh, that's it? Stay to the end credits, of course, but James Gunn has said in his post-credits, in-credits scenes, they won't be anything tying it to the next thing. It's just a cute, awesome little cool little tag, little stinger on these movies. It won't be anything connecting it. He said he learned his lesson from Guardians and how it kind of hindered them from story making or what have you. So I get it. That's fine. There are 2 little cool sequences at the end of Superman. This is Tuesday, so a lot of you've already seen it. I usually see the movie twice. I usually see it on Thursday, and then I might see it Sunday, but I had something going on Sunday, so I had No, I was just chilling Sunday. I was gonna go see No, I went and saw something with my mom on Sunday, so I couldn't go see my movie twice. Cause I like to see it twice. I like when I watch movies, I have to see it to enjoy it. I have to see it to enjoy it the first time, and then the second time I got to see it to analyze it. So yeah. So yeah, take it from me, a person who doesn't like Superman. That when the trailers came in, I was like, oh, this. And Crypto, man, there were a couple of scene stealers. This is like of course, a mini Justice League, Justice Gang movie, what have you. It just, when the trailers were out, we're like, man, they're doing so much. There's so much going on in this movie. And it is, but it all works. And it just sets you up for, oh, man, I can't wait for the next, as, some pundits on the internet, movie pundits have said, this movie doesn't have to be successful, although it opened to 125 million opening weekend, and 220 international. It might go to 600 or 700. It's not gonna make $1 billion. I could see it making 600-700 million total. But like, this should set up your excitement for the rest of the DCU. Next year is Supergirl, World of Tomorrow. They're working on the Wonder Woman. They're working on the Wonder Woman script, I think, and I think we're going to get an announcement about Batman Brave and the Bold, because this Batman iteration we're going to have in the DCU, he's older, he's going to have a son, they're going to have Damian. So Batman Brave and the Bold is going to have an older Batman with a son, Damian. Damian's a fucking psychopath. It's his son with Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter, and he was trained by League of Assassins just like Batman, but he's a teenager, so he's turned up to 11, like killing and slicing and dicing, and so it's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be a weird dynamic. But this Superman, David Cornsweet, he's just really kind of like a throwback to the old school type of shit, like, oh gee, golly, wow type of Superman. So it's gonna be interesting to see his innocence paired with, a world-weary, battle-hardened Batman with this crazy son, who's even crazier than he is. And then the Wonder Woman, I don't know what direction they're going to go with that, but, James Gunn has said, usually there's a trinity of DC, which is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, but he's going to add like a quartet to this, another pillar, which is Supergirl. So it's going to be interesting. But this movie was just fucking awesome. And I could tell that from the trailers. But, Crypto. So at first I was like, oh man, this fucking flying dog, it's going to be stupid. But then we saw the trailers and it was awesome. And in the movie, he's awesome and he saves the day a lot. And so Crypto's a scene stealer. Mr. Terrific, Edi Kathigi, as Mr. Terrific. Yeah, he's pretty fucking awesome. I want to see more shit with him in it. I think he signed a multi-picture deal. But, yeah, he's kind of like if Superman is Captain America, even though Edi Kathigi's Mr. Terrific is not, even though he's not the Batman of the DC universe, he kind of feels like the Stark of this universe. He's hyper intelligence, so his character stole the show whenever he was on the screen too. So fucking Superman was awesome. Go see it if you haven't seen it already. You probably have. Go see it again. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I saw it in IMAX. It's just a great fucking movie, and it flew by like nothing, and it was a whole bunch of shit going on, but it worked. Everything worked. I'm very surprised that I like Superman. Guess I don't usually like Superman. And is it better than Man of Steel? I don't know. They're two totally different. I'm not a Snyder bro. I wasn't campaigning for this movie's downfall. It's totally different. Snyder's kind of morose, somber. I like Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. I like that, but I like this too. But they're just diametrically opposed, divergent. The tone, you can't compare them really. You can't. But David Cornsweet makes pretty good Clark Kent Superman, and I look forward to whatever comes next. They said he signed on for a sequel already. This is like Superman 2 on steroids turned to 11. So yeah, it's just a great movie. Go see it. Go see Superman. I should have called Superman Legacy. Not just Superman like the original. But I digress. Go see it. It's a great fucking movie. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll be smiling at the end.